Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2CTV, the channel that challenges the mainstream media and the political establishment, from the left-wing nutters to the globalist elite. The first live update of the day comes to you guys in regarding to, of course, the global outbreak, as the World Health Organization would say, about Mpox. There's been some revelations about some new detections and, of course, potential future strains as well. The media seem to be very much focused on discussing potential measures, talking about increasing testings, of course, increasing the intakes of jabs, as well as potential discussions on public restrictions. And a number of people are talking about, in terms of medical experts and scientific experts, talking about public restrictions, including a lockdown and everything else. But of course, the corporate media are denying some of them. We're going to talk about the details that we know so far. This is coming at the same time as, of course, the US presidential elections coming up soon. So a lot of the people from Team Trump are saying that, well, do they want to basically make things difficult as we get closer to the election, so that the mailing ballots, or as we say in the UK, postal votes, become a priority. A lot of people are talking about that as well. But going to the official statements coming from the World Health Organization, they themselves obviously declared, the Director General declared an Mpox outbreak a public health emergency. So obviously that's now happened this week, and yesterday Tedros obviously made a statement. The Director General declared the Mpox outbreak a public health emergency of international concern, and they are slightly worried about the decrease of, in terms of the intake of the jabs and everything else. And we are going to talk about Big Pharma, because some of the shares and stocks for these companies over the last few hours and over the last day or two have gone up massively. Huge investments for these big pharmaceutical companies as well. A lot of people are concerned about their own liberties, personal liberties and everything else. And a lot of people in the media are also saying that the World Health Organization are ordering governments to prepare for mega lockdowns due to the deadly Mpox strain. Now, of course, the rest of the corporate media have come out to deny these allegations, saying that, well, there's not going to be mega lockdowns. But we have to talk about the reality of the situation, because this is very different to airborne viruses, whether it's a flu or even the China virus in 2020, or technically 2019, because the transmission is not the same and the visibility is very, of course, different because it's more visible. Obviously, it's special thanks to Mario for being our source on this. According to CDC themselves and reported by Euronews, it probably won't be like a pandemic that we had in 2020, because it spreads primarily through close skin-to-skin contact, making it much harder to transmit on a larger scale. Of course, also, usually it's direct physical contact interactions that includes, of course, kissing, intimate contact, compared to, for example, airborne particles that could just go around. Again, you could see the flu seasons every single year, even if you don't necessarily touch somebody, but you can, if you touch and kiss and things like that, it could easily spread. Also, the Mpox symptoms are usually visible before the virus is most contagious, which helps in early detection and isolation, limiting its spread. So it should be much more easier with using common sense to deal with something like this, rather than the project fear and scaremongering that usually you get from the media. Of course, that hasn't really stopped the media from doing scaremongering. As they say in CDC, as well as the World Health Organization, they are very concerned about the fact that people are not listening and they're still going around kissing everybody. But that means, of course, they want to push for more testings and more jabs. And again, we're going to go back to the big pharmaceuticals also making a lot of money from this. Now, Dr. Daniel Bolcher came out to say on CNN that because of a number of different factors, has emerged as a new mutation that is adopted to humans, right? The virus is often transmitted from animals to humans, but once a mutation adapts, it can be transmitted by humans and drive larger outbreaks. Now, that's kind of been happening for the past couple of years. Anyway, the cases go up and down, but now suddenly they've come out to basically say, because it's been detected in some new areas, that the whole world is going down. That this is the end of the world as we know it. And obviously, Team Trump has come out to basically say we will resist any sort of public restrictions as we get closer to the election. They don't want the state in America to use it as an excuse to disrupt the actual election cycle. But that's a whole different argument. That's more of a political discussion to have. They've also said, Arab News and Reuters have reported that Pakistan has also detected 3 Mpox cases coming from UAE. Again, a lot of questions to be asked. What was happening over there? The patients arriving from UAE, according to the health department in Pakistan. And this, again, now what you're seeing is this coordinated media reporting from all the mainstream media outlets all at once, sending out all these headlines, different locations, different countries. It's fascinating. For example, the so-called China virus since 2019, let's not forget, the virus itself is still there. Oh yeah. The media are not talking about this, so people would say, oh, it's gone, everything's fine. Same as flu and everything else, right? But if the media tomorrow come out and simply report the existing and new cases and new variants of the coronavirus and all those things, if they do tomorrow, for example, and they will actually go through the existing data that we have from different countries, they could easily create headlines and everything else that makes you think, oh, it's back, the China virus is back. It's really about how you report things. So it's still there. But because the media are not reporting on the new cases of COVID, people in their head are like, oh yeah, remember that virus? It's gone now, isn't it? Now, those who have been vaccinated like 50 million times, they still get it anyway. Joe Biden allegedly was ill a few weeks back. So whether he was or not, that's a different question. Now, we also obviously have had some detections in New Jersey, in Newark, saying this is actually what's in the sewage that they discovered. The charts showed that the Mpox was initially detected on the 7th of July, followed by a period of absence in samples. And of course, a significant spike over the last couple of weeks in early August, with detection between 4th and 5th of August, right? So this is happening. But then you also have places like San Francisco in California, also 2 different districts in that area. It was detected, Mpox, in the wastewater. So you can see all the headlines are coming from different locations, from San Francisco to Pakistan, and everybody's freaking out. Just don't go around kissing random people. That will help. But again, it's really about how much headlines and the way they report things will happen, because they, with the statements coming from the World Health Organization, yes, they're declaring a public emergency, global public health emergency. A lot of people are going to be scared. I can assure you, today and tomorrow, you're going to see some people, I can assure you, in places like London, Toronto, New York, they're going to go around wearing face masks. I can assure you, you're going to see some people walking around or driving in their own cars wearing face nappies for absolutely no reason. It's not an airborne virus, but you're going to see them. I'm going to go around, when I'm out in London, I'm going to just look around, I'm going to take some pictures. If I start seeing people wearing face nappies, I will report back, because I am not going to be surprised if people do not wear face nappies for no reason. So that's happening there. And obviously the jabs, the existing jabs, obviously also goes for smallpox and everything else. These guys are the companies behind it. We've seen a massive surge in investment in the shares. So the shares are surging. Investors may be taking place in, apparently, according to Reuters. Shares of the Danish company, the makers of the jabs, have surged by $1 billion, reflecting investors' fears of the worsening outbreak. However, this market boost may offer false comfort as the virus mutates and spreads beyond Africa. So it's fascinating. So people, obviously, the markets always respond. You see the headlines. There are a lot of people who then put money in these companies, right? Same thing happened with AstraZeneca, with Pfizer back in the day, right? That's normal. But then the media will come out and say, because they can see the investment going up, and they say, this is not really the best news. they're saying that so that the investment continues to go up, because if they say this could be a false comfort and it could create complacency, the fear is that people will no longer buy because they'll be like, oh, the investment's gone up, so it might come down. And then ironically, it will be a backlash in the market and the shares will go down. So in order for the shares to continue to go up, the media will have to keep saying, yeah, basically we need more investment. So that's what, and it's mostly the lobbies, the big pharma lobby, giving this information to Reuters and others, saying that, yeah, we've had massive investment now for obvious reasons, but it could go away the next day, right? It could go away the next day. So that's obviously happening on that issue, and we'll get your reaction as well. There's so much to talk about today on this channel. We're going to talk about the UK borders as well. We're going to talk about the stabbing in the Republic of Ireland. We're going to talk about Priti Patel's leadership campaign for the Tories. It's completely chaotic. And also the latest update from the US elections. But first, let's talk about you guys. Super chat Q888 says, continue to fight the good fight. Bless you and your team. Thank you very much for the support. Flanders says, this only infects the gays. Now it's affecting obviously a lot of other people as well, including babies. Again, it's physical contact. So if anybody has it, if you start kissing a baby, don't kiss babies, by the way. It's not a good idea, unless it's your own baby. Or if you have Mpox, don't kiss your baby. Phil says, time to stock up. And the bananas. Oh, the banana breads. Remember the banana breads? Everyone was baking them during the lockdown. We'll say thank you for your super sticker. And Louise says, Maya, what about the stabbing in Galway, father of Murphy, outside the barracks, terror related? They are saying, yes, as I said, of course, this video, as you can see in the headline, is about what's going on with Mpox. And as we said, on this channel, if you're familiar, we talk about all topics throughout the day. We will talk about Ireland as well, of course. Did somebody say I'm a monkey? Not me, as in they said that. There we go. I will not apologize. I am a monkey, so I am immune. Not sure if that's how it works, but okay. Fran says, it's all about Gates making more money and commies locking the world up again. There are so many comments about monkeys. I will rent a monkey suit to fight off the pox. Guys, what are you doing? Dave says, I've joined 2CTV Plus. I'm guessing that's what you mean. So much to catch up on. Oh, yes. And we got more documentaries and shows coming. So actually, that's a good reminder to do some sort of plug for our independent platform. 2CTV Plus, of course, as you can see, the link is in the description if you want to go sign up. It's the best way to support this channel and our work. We had the first documentary, Britain's Multiculturalism Myth. We got a couple of new series as well, British Constitution, but we have a couple of new ones coming. So one of them is going to be a documentary on a book called Cancelled. I think you know what that means. People have been cancelled. We're going to go through that, especially the last few weeks. There's been so much cancellation. There is also a new series which will be hosted by myself called The Rise of Globalism. Oh yes, we're going to go through the history of it over the last couple of centuries. If you want to watch all that and get access to it, go on 2ctvplus.tv and sign up. If you're already a member, you haven't transferred your membership to the new site, send me an email. You should have received an email last week anyway. Okay, so let's get back to the topic. Super chat from MM says, Dr. John Campbell's YouTube video about this is brilliant. Actually, yeah, John Campbell is quite good if you want to check out his channel. Also, his channel is still growing. It's fascinating though. He's been making videos for the past 5 million years, and obviously over the last few years it's gone up, and he's very good. He explains things in a very simple way and rational way as well. We got some anti-Semites in the chat. Some Space Monkey says, Zionism is the pox. So brave and stunning. So brave and stunning. All right. It's not just, people keep saying it's only the gay people having. No, not necessarily, not anymore. As I said, even kids are getting it. Because obviously if someone already has it and start touching other people and kissing other people, you will get it. It's a problem. It's now spreading wider, which is kind of obviously that's why the media is now using it to basically say we probably need more restrictions. No, we don't need restrictions, because the symptoms are visible. You can see before it even becomes contagious. You can see on your face, and if you're a normal human, you would just wait to get treated. This is a problem. I mean, basic public health and like very simple common sense public health, but any illness, any disease, we don't do that properly. Genuinely, I mean, even simple flu. Ideally, if you have a flu and if it's like a bad flu, just stay at home for a few days, just, get treated and then go out again. We don't do that. But when the media and the government come out with something else and create that fear, the human psychology is fascinating. Then everybody suddenly becomes so in favor of public health, wearing face nappies in their own cars, on their own driving. These are the same people, the same like liberal cosmopolitans who are now obsessed with face nappies. In a normal day, they go to a public bathroom, they don't even wash their hands. Like basic public health, common sense, they don't do that. But when the government tells them, you need to stay at home to save the NHS, they say, oh, okay. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. How easily people could be manipulated and controlled. Nina says, hi, got my t-shirt and I've joined the 2C TV Plus. Brilliant. Good, we got more members joining. Thank you very much for all the support, obviously. It's been quite difficult, as you guys know, with all the demonetization and all the threats, but we will keep going, of course, and the team as well. Maria says, I am kissing my cappuccino every day. Aw, I'm still 100% healthy. Do you actually have one? Slightly concerned. But yes. Laurie, I'm guessing Laurie's just joined the live stream now. She's just still talking about the stabbing, of course, as we already covered. We will talk about all that. Each video, each live stream has a title, and each title is about the actual news that we talk about. We will discuss all the other news stories, including what happened in Ireland after this as well. Jacobite says, I like poxy music. Seriously, guys. Alan says, Starmer will probably give the jab only to the far left. They will be in a lot of trouble then. And I have cancelled my TV license. According to the TV licensing, I need a TV license to watch live broadcasts on any device, on any change. This includes YouTube. Are they lying? Yes, they are lying. Only if you watch BBC live online. Yeah. If you're watching 2CTV live on YouTube, you don't need the license. You definitely don't need any of that. Nothing to do with them. It's a private company anyway. All right. What else do we have? Oh no! Stop it. I'm guessing you can already see the live chat. Some of the comments are very juicy. Let's just say it's about monkeys. Very, very monkey related. That's what they had to change it to Mpox from Monkeypox. Apparently it was racist. If you it's the same problem, by the way. The people on the political left, if you say something, I don't know, for example, you say, I like this bus because it's white. Then they would say, is it because you hate the brown busts? I'm like, the fact that you thought that, you're the racist one. So it was established when we came and said, yeah, we can't say monkey because that's racist. Nobody was thinking about that until you said it. The fact that you're saying now we can't say monkey. You're like, so what? Were you thinking about certain people? Like, these people are weird. They're all absolutely weird. It's not really a surprise. Millwall again says, I received one of my t-shirts, just waiting for the second one. Mug and hoodie. Oh, you've gone full on shopping. Love you, Maya. Thank you very much. This is about our Unite the Kingdom merchandise. Ladies and gentlemen, get your own latest Unite the Kingdom merchandise. The link can be found below this video in the description. Anyway, let's take a quick break. We're going to talk about what happened in Ireland. We're going to talk about, it's going to give you all the summaries, previews, so you don't say, Maya, you haven't talked about it. We're going to talk about UK borders. We're going to talk about Priti Patel's campaign. We are going to talk about Trump, and we're going to talk about somehow Christian silent prayers being banned outside clinics. I know. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I'm Maya 2C, and we are the media.